From Yanakaw Park in Nutley, New Jersey, it's game time on MSG Varsity. Today, a cross-county matchup as the Spartans of Paramus call on the Raiders of Nutley. Hi again, everyone. Along with our former All-Stater Carly Blake, I'm Matt Harmon, and we should have a good one for you today. Two of the better teams in Group 3 here in New Jersey. Carly, longtime rivals as well. They don't play conference-wise anymore, so special when they do get together.
This is a huge matchup. They love to face each other. Paramus is 7-0 already. They're the 2011 Big North champions. Nutley, just as strong. Essex County champs in 2011. But both teams graduated a lot of seniors. They're looking for their young kids to step up.
For Paramus, they are off to a great start this year, undefeated through their first 7 games. A big reason why shortstop Stephanie Wong.
This kid is the real deal. She's a senior shortstop, a captain. She has speed, range, power, and can even bunt. She's the 2011 All-County and All-Big North. She's just a fantastic kid all around.
She is a big reason why Paramus off to such a great start. She will look to carry the team here today as well. Now for Nutley, a pretty good start for the Raiders. They are 4-2 so far up until this point, and a big reason why they have a pretty good senior shortstop as well. That's Eileen Purcell.
She's fantastic. This kid already featured on MSG Varsity, the magazine. She's batting almost 600. She's a 4-year varsity starter, and she's the 2011 Essex County Player of the Year.
Well, we will certainly look forward to seeing Purcell play today. Off to a good start so far this year as well. We'll have the lineups and the first pitch coming up right after this quick timeout. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. And we welcome you back from Yanakaw Park here in Nutley, New Jersey. The Raiders seeing if they can do something that no other team has been able to do this year. That is deal the Spartans of Paramus a loss, as Paramus coming in with a perfect 7-0 record. Brian Hay, the head coach here for Paramus. He is in his 8th year as the head coach, a Paramus High School graduate class of 1989, a very solid overall record. Let's take a look at Coach Hay's lineup.
Hi, I'm Lauren Fiorenzo, and here's the Paramus batting lineup. Batting first, Stephanie Wong. Batting second, Noel Hodgins. Batting third, myself. Batting fourth, Alyssa Miranda. Batting fifth, Courtney Ciero. Batting sixth, Alexis Salnardi. Batting seventh, Brielle Pickenich. Batting eighth, Ashley Cantone. And batting ninth, Kelsey Sedekasey.
The defense for the Raiders of Nutley: Williams, Anderson, Purcell, and Luzzi from first to third. Spirito, DiMatteo, and Gualtieri are in the outfield from left to right. Victoria Malango will anchor the catching spot today for Jamie Towie. And a good look there, Carly, at Towie. She is a first-year starter, so it takes a while usually for pitchers to kind of get their groove, but off to a pretty decent start at 4-2.
Absolutely. She's going to throw it. She's not going to overpower you. She's 3-2, 34 innings pitched. She's got a pretty low ER, 2.47, but she can strike you out. She likes to mix the different pitches. She's got a good changeup and a good drop curve. And the most deceiving thing about her, she's a lefty. It's very hard to hit off a lefty. The ball, you can't see it coming off of her hands.
Lou, not waiting on us. No, sir.
Umpires for today, as per normal. One on the bases, one behind the plate, Lou Milano and Jim Gish. They are all set and ready for action. Talk about great weather today. You couldn't ask for anything better. Spring in the air. Actually feels a bit more like summer today than spring.
It's pretty warm out here. This sun is beaming down on us, but you know what? It smells like softball. Nobody really understands what I mean when I say that, but it's just got that smell of the dirt and the grass, and it's a beautiful day for a game.
I'd like some explanation on that in between innings, if you don't mind. If I can figure that out by the end of the game today, I'll feel like today was a success.
I'll see what I can do for you, Matt.
Here's Stephanie Wong to lead things off. We talked about her in the open. Boy, a talented player. She will hit from the right-hand side and see if she can get Paramus off to a good start.
This is a girl in the leadoff position who has incredible power. She's hitting .684, but this kid's also got a lot of speed. She wouldn't be afraid to throw the bunt down.
First pitch, a bit low. This one hit right back up the middle, and it is a base hit to get the game started for Paramus. Almost on cue.
She just stays right there with that ball. You know, when you see the lefty, it's kind of hard to, as a righty, the ball just comes in on you, and she just sits back and drives it right back up the middle.
Noelle Hodgins will settle in. The second baseman, hitting number 2 in the lineup. Paramus with the leadoff runner aboard. The lefty Towie will deliver high and inside.
Lefty-lefty lineup matchup is actually very interesting because what Towie's got to do is try to figure out a way to get the ball off the plate.
Good numbers so far for Hodgins in the 2 spot at 278 on the season. Wong is running, and she is in safely for a stolen base.
She really shows her speed there. This kid is not afraid to steal. I'd watch her running towards third base. She just takes off, doesn't even look back at home plate, makes it easily into second base.
What do you do now if you're Paramus, Carly, with Hodgins? Try to, you hate to say slap it because it's going to go towards third, but I would think Wong would have plenty of time to probably beat anything out.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But I don't necessarily, you don't have to slap it, but you could drag bunt the ball down the first base side. That would get Wong there very quickly and easily.
Kind of interesting what we're seeing right now. I don't see it too often. A bat check taking place.
It happens more than you think. Now the rules have gotten very strict, and the umpires are always checking to make sure that they are legal bats. It's not very easy to cork a metal bat, but it's always better safe than sorry, and the bats can break on the inside.
Trying to reorganize, it looks like, the batter's box as well. You saw the umpire, Lou Milano, go out and redraw it with his foot. Here's the 2-0 in there for a called strike 1.
Now you see Hodgins running up in the box. Now she is set up to slap, but the interesting thing about a slap is she doesn't have to lay it down. She can pick her pitch. They are ready for a short bunt, but she could slap it over the third baseman's head very easily.
Long at second. Swung on and missed. Evens the count at 2-2. Towie doing a good job of battling here early on for Nutley.
Coach tells me she's a very good slapper, but she's learning as she plays.
Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout of the first out of the inning. Wong will have to stay at second, as this will be left into the hands of the 3-hitter, Lauren Fiorenzo.
You see Towie goes with the changeup right there, and it just fools Hodgins.
Fiorenzo, 6 RBI of the year, hitting at 273. Throw back to second. And Wong there with no problem.
See, Malanga is not afraid to throw down to second base. That is a very tricky play. That ball gets into the outfield, and your runner can actually, she makes a nice tag, but the ball's not there quite in time. If that ball gets by, though, that runner's at third base easily.
Pitch here is inside, and the count again at 2-0. So a couple of consecutive batters here. And Towie has fallen behind.
I like what Towie's doing, though. She's moving the ball inside, outside. She's not afraid to go at the righty. It's, you know, with a lefty, that ball comes in fast. It's not hard to hit the batter, but she's not afraid to go inside.
2-1. Wong started the inning off with a single, stole second. That's where she sits right now. Two one outside, 3-1.
So he's got to settle down now. She's got to take a second. She's moving a little fast. You can see she's getting frustrated. She throws the ball into her glove. That's trying to get her to settle down and get the ball in the position, in the release point that she wants.
Here's the 3-1. Hit hard to short. Across for the out. Nice play by Purcell. The out goes 6-3.
Outstanding play by Purcell. She holds Wang on second base because she very easily could have bolted. You see Purcell, she kind of moves towards second base. She holds, looks back. The runner knows she's got a strong enough arm to get it across the diamond in time. Excellent play.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Allison Miranda. She is the designated player for Paramus. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
Now, Miranda's actually a catcher and a very good one, but unfortunately, she was the second player to have labrum surgery on the Paramus team this year. and hasn't been able to get back behind the plate.
Inside, 1-1. Top of the first inning. Paramus with Wong leading off second. Bit of an off-speed pitch there.
I was just going to say, Toei likes to throw that changeup, and I'll tell you, it is an effective pitch for her. She's throwing it in the middle of the lineup, or the middle of the pitching lineup, if you will. She's not waiting till the end to throw it. She's moving it around, and it really is throwing these batters off.
That one sliced foul. Now will hold it 1-2.
Miranda wants to hit the ball out of the park. This is a girl that has a lot of power. She's already got 2 home runs this season. She is not afraid to go head-to-head right here.
So up in front, 1-2, 2 outs. That one will bounce in for a base hit. Wong rounds third. Here's the play at the plate. And Wong will slide in safely and give Paramus a 1-0 lead.
See, Miranda did the perfect thing right there. Miranda, she sat back, was another changeup, and what she did was she held back, she sat back and went with it and went to the opposite field. Perfect way to hit a changeup. Didn't have to put it out of the park to get the run in.
Courtney Ciro, the first baseman. Here's number 11, hits from the right-hand side. Looks at strike one.
That was huge for Paramus to get on the board first. You have to jump, you have to be able to get on the board quickly. Nutley's a strong team.
Swung on and missed from Ciro, 0-2. Tilly with some good zip on that one.
She definitely has the ability to overpower a batter. But I love that changeup she has.
Just a little low. And the count 1-2.
Tilly's going to take a second right now. Just think it over. She needs to know she's got 2 strikes here. What is going to be the best way to get this batter out?
1-2 upstairs and swinging. Second strikeout of the game. Paramus, though, does some damage with the top part of their order. They lead it 1-0 after a half inning of play. We are back here on a glorious afternoon from up in Nutley, New Jersey. The Spartans of Paramus leading the Raiders of Nutley. 21 pitches in that first inning from senior Jamie Towie. Luann Zulo, the head coach here for the Raiders. Also, just like her counterpart, Brian Hay, a graduate of the school that she now coaches at. In her 14th year, let's take a listen to the Raider lineup.
Hi, I'm Tony Andemay, and here's your Nutley batting order. I'm leading off, followed by Carly Anderson. Next up is Eileen Purcell, followed by Victoria Malanga, then Heather Williams, and next up is Adriana Luzzi. Next is Morgan Galtieri, followed by Jenna Saporito, and batting ninth is Danielle Saporito.
Pretty good defense so far for the Spartans. They are 7-0 coming into this one. Cantone, Huang, Hodgins, and Ciro from third to first. In the outfield, Picanich, Steele, and Setakasi. Lauren Fiorenzo will be in the circle today, pitching to Salinardi. Here's a good look at Lauren Fiorenzo. It was her sister who kind of led this team a year ago. The reins have now been handed off to Lauren.
Absolutely. She's been on varsity quite a few years behind her sister, but this is her first year starting. This is a girl who can overpower you, but she's not afraid to throw in a couple of different pitches. She's got the curve, drop, curve, and the changeup. But as you see, 35 innings pitched. She's only given up 20 hits and 41 strikeouts. This kid knows how to pitch.
Leading it off for Nutley, Tony Ann DiMatteo, the center fielder. Good stats so far on the year. 467, 4 doubles, and 6 RBI.
This is another one in the leadoff position that I love. This kid has power, but she's also fast. She's not your typical leadoff who is going to slap and bunt and just get on base. This is a girl who can put the ball in play and make things happen.
Quickly out, an 0-2 count. Fiorenzo will leave one up in the zone, and DiMatteo will line it into left for an inning opening single.
That's a perfect example of a quick bat. You see Fiorenzo tried to overpower her right there, and DiMatteo just put the bat on the ball, was It's on the end of the bat, but she got it right by third baseman Canton. Now you have speed on first base, and see if he tries small ball.
There's a steal attempt. It will go into center field. Holding at second is DiMatteo. She would have beat it anyway. Carly Anderson up at the plate right now, the second baseman for the Raiders, hitting at .316 on the year.
I like this kid already. She's got my number and my name. That's a good thing.
Number 13, huh?
Oh, yeah. Always was number 13.
There's a rumor floating around that do you carry cleats and a glove anywhere you go, just in case you can maybe sneak your way still into a game?
I got 2 bats, 2 pairs of cleats, and a bunch of mitts. I'm ready to go.
Down low, pitch missing, now 3-0.
I'm hoping somebody will ask me to play one of these days. I mean, I guess I could pass for a high school kid. Maybe not.
You used up your eligibility wisely at Ramapo. Catching the inside corner, the count 3-1. Paramus 1, Nutley nothing. We're in the bottom part of inning number 1. This one will be caught. Nice play moving off to her left by Noelle Hodgins to save a likely run from bouncing in. Hard luck for Anderson. First out of the inning is recorded.
That is an excellent way to make use of your range. She's an outstanding second baseman, and she can move to her left and her right, and right there that saved the tying run.
Here's Eileen Purcell, the shortstop. We'll look here at a pitch on the outside corner, 1-0. Quite a start to the season for Purcell. Has a home run, hitting at .579. Saladordi couldn't find it for a second.
But she did the right thing. She threw her mask off quickly. You want to find that ball because with speed on second base and DiMatteo, you never know. She may just take off running. You can't find the ball. It's very easy for her to get down to third base.
2-0 is up high and outside. Now 3-0.
See
Up high, I don't know, they call that a strike. A tie from where we were, but nipping the top part of the plate.
Fiorenzo is being very careful right here with Purcell.
That one low, and it will be Purcell to draw a 1-out walk to put runners at first and second. Here's the cleanup hitter, the catcher, Victoria Malanga. It's at .304 so far this year. 2 runners aboard. Catching the inside corner, 0-1.
This is a girl right here who knows how to hit the ball. She is a gap hitter and very consistent, her coach tells me. She's got a tall, thin frame, so her arms can extend very far.
Outside, 1-1. Ton of experience as well. 3-year starter here for this Nutley team.
Absolutely. Experience, it helps. You're on varsity young, you see good pitching young. And now as a junior, she can take these pitchers far.
Not sure if Fiorenzo, Carly, having trouble locating the plate, but seems to be throwing a lot of pitches here in this first inning, or just working carefully around some of these hitters.
I think it's more she's working carefully as the ball's fouled off here down third base side. You know, your 3 and 4 hitter, these are extremely strong players. These are kids that can put the ball out of the park. She's trying to work the outside corner with that curve, drop curve. And what's happening is it's just missing the outside corner. The last thing you want to do is put a fastball over the middle of the plate.
This one hit back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home. DiMatteo, she will score. Going to third, Purcell. Malanga with an RBI single to tie the score at 1.
See, the first baseman, Cerro, she did the smart thing right there. She cut the ball off because if that ball gets through, very likely you have Malanga moving up to second base, and then you have 2 runners in scoring position. But instead, you have runners in first and third with the possibility to double play. Here's Heather Williams, ball getting away, sliding in
for the second run of the day. Purcell, she did not hesitate at all once that one got away from Salinardi, and it is Nutley to take a 2-1 advantage.
That is heads-up base running right there. She puts her head down and she just runs. There's no hesitation. This backstop is very deep. If you have any hesitation, you have a chance of getting out. But you see she puts her head down and she just slides into home plate. And there's a no doubt right there that she's safe.
Going to second on that wild pitch was Malanga. So Heather Williams in the box right now, the first baseman, with an opportunity to drive in another run. This is the 20th pitch of the inning, up high and missing.
See, that's the first time Fiorenzo's using her changeup. She really needs to go at these batters now. Now she's getting towards the lower third of the lineup. She has to use her power to try to strike these players out.
Another pitch that gets past Salinardi, and on to third is Malanga. So now Williams with a 3-1 hitter's count. Maybe could change tactics. I mean, you think put the ball in play, you'd certainly get yourself a run home.
Absolutely. Right here you have a big opportunity, and in this case the catcher really needs to block it. She needs to flip her glove over and throw her body in front of it.
This one the other way. It will dunk in for a base hit. Another run-scoring single. This one from Heather Williams. Quite a start here for Nutley as they go up 3-1, still just one away in the bottom part of the first inning.
See, in this case, something as simple as blocking a pass ball can mean a run. This was a beautiful line drive. She went with an outside pitch and lined it into right field. She didn't try to do too much with it. And Heather Williams has a base hit and an RBI.
Here's the third baseman, Adriana Luzzi. There's number 23. Luzzi, a senior. Trying to keep the inning rolling here. Fiorenzo gets that one in for a called strike one. Evens the count at 1-1.
Fiorenzo starting to slow down her motion a little bit. She was working very fast in the beginning of the inning. Now she needs to take a second and figure out which pitch is going to get her out.
1-1 off the handle. Purcell will go to second and get the out. Tries for the double play. Luzzi running hard down the line gets that. So Williams is retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Luzzi replacing Williams at first with 2 down in the bottom of the first inning.
And that's what Fiorenzo needed right there. You see, Wong actually makes a nice turn, and they make an excellent attempt with Hutchins and Sierra to make a double play. It was just a little short. But that's exactly what Fiorenzo needed. She needed that pickup to know that she's got 2 down and 1 more. She's out of this inning.
Morgan Galtieri steps into the box. Hits this one hard. Wong deep in the hole will throw across. And not be in time. Galtieri running hard down the line, and Wong had to range all the way to her right. And the inning continues here for Nutley with runners at first and second.
Wong really showed her range right there. That ball was hit hard deep in the hole, and Wong made an excellent attempt and just a little bit of a fumble. And what a stretch by Sierra. She goes right into that split. Coach tells me she's not afraid to do that. They just missed her by a hair.
Janet Saporito will step into the plate. She is the designated player for Nutley. Had 182 on the year. This the 8th batter of the inning. Chops this one back behind home plate. The count quickly at 0-2.
Now her coach tells me she will battle every at-bat. She's a very hard strikeout. This is a kid who will consistently battle to get on base.
27 pitches so far in the inning for Fiorenzo, having to work very hard. This one hit hard, and it will go back up the middle for a base hit. Holding at second is Galtieri. Saporito with another base hit. That is the 5th single of the inning for Nutley.
A nice hit right up the middle. Actually, what a beautiful relay by center field Steele. That saves a run. She guns it to the catcher, who's waiting for the runner to come home. Lucy just holds up at third base smartly.
Bases loaded. This one bouncing in front, and nice job that time by Hodgins staying with it. Danielle Saporito is retired for 3. The inning comes to a close here, but not before Nutley does big-time damage. They lead it 3-1 as they bat around. We played one. Back with more of Game Time on MSG Varsity. MSG Varsity, the magazine, is back. The spring issue is live on the MSG Varsity app and on the web at www.msgvarsity.com. Check it out for baseball, softball, lacrosse, and a whole lot more. Matt Harmon, Carly Blake back here from Yanakaw Park in Nutley, New Jersey. Jamie Talley back on the hill for the Raiders. Threw 21 pitches in that first inning, gave up 1 run. But her team responded back so well, Carly, in the bottom of the first inning. You've got to think she's got a ton of confidence walking back on, leading 3-1.
Absolutely. Her team really stepped up. They moved the ball around. They were just getting base hits.
Alex Salinardi, first pitch swinging, and she will be retired 6-3 on the putout. Nice play made by Purcell across the diamond to Williams. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup here for Paramus. Brielle Picanich, the right fielder, the next player up for the Spartans.
See Purcell showing off her glove skills there. She's featured on the cover of MSG Varsity, the magazine, this spring. She's an outstanding player, and I'm glad to see. Get to take a look at her range. We saw her bat. Now we see her range.
Nice job of the double promo of the magazine.
Oh, yeah.
This one hit to third. Luzzy with a strong throw across. 2 pitches, 2 outs, as Ashley Cantone will step in.
Luzzy right there. She double clutches it. She knows she has time. She's got a strong arm. She gets it across the diamond in plenty of time to Williams. Seems like the defense came out here with a little bit more confidence in the first inning.
First pitch to Cantone, up high, 1-0. You can go 2 pitches and 2 outs. Boy, you love that if you're a pitcher, right?
Absolutely. After the first inning, you've thrown a lot of pitches, and now you come back, you know you have a lead. It really gives you this confidence that you definitely don't have in the first inning. Now she's mixing up her pitches. You see her throw the changeup in there for a first pitch, for a first strike. That is unusual. When you have confidence, you can do that.
Here's the 1-1 from Towie. Hang it outside, 2-1.
She's really showing us her curveball right here. She's got a curveball and a drop curve. She's moving the ball outside.
Missing low this time, 3-1.
Now that she's got 2 quick outs, what she needs to do with the 3-1 count, she needs to take a second and take a breath. She needs to say, all right, I need to get a strike here. What am I going to throw to get it?
This one hit off the handle. It will drift foul.
Now it's back in her favor. 3-2. She's got to make a pitch. She's got to also remember that she's at the bottom of the order. There's not as much power. She can go with this pitcher. Go with this hitter in Ashley Cantone and see if, and she's a little high for ball 4.
You know, as well as the first 2 batters of the inning went, that's one thing you don't want to do, probably, right? Is walk the bottom of the order and give Paramus any kind of momentum here.
Yeah, that's a problem. She's doing such a great job. She settled down so quickly. Now she's got to get back to the top of the order. I'm sorry, the 9 spot. She's got to get this batter. Otherwise, she has to face the top of the order.
This is Kelsey Sedekazi. She's the left fielder. Wears number 27. Just a freshman. Trying to keep the inning alive here. Her team trails 3-1. That one missing just a hair inside, 2-0.
Sedekazi here is a first-year starter. She's actually a converted infielder. Starting left field this year. It's very hard to go from the infield to the outfield.
Throw down. Did the tag take place? It did. What a great catch by Purcell off a bit of an errant throw from Malanga. Strong throw, a bit off the mark. The catch, the tag, the out. And that's the inning. We played an inning and a half. It is Nutley 3, Paramus 1. We're back with more on MSG Varsity. We go to the bottom part of inning number 2. Nutley, the 3-1 advantage over Paramus. Think your school's team is the best? Well, you can make yourself heard on Facebook. MSG Varsity on Facebook lets you check out regular updates on games, shows, and what the fans have to say about absolutely everything. MSG Varsity on Facebook. Check it out at facebook.com/MSG Varsity. Matt Orman, Carly Blake back here. Cross-county matchup between Paramus and Nutley. Bottom of inning number 2. We're back to the top part of the order here for the Raiders. Tony Ann DiMatteo, who started that big inning back in the first. Single, stolen base, and came around to score. She is back at the plate with now a 1-0 count. Make it 2-0.
She's going to be looking to be very patient here. Fiorenzo threw a lot of pitches last inning, so she's going to want to be looking for something she can drive. And there's a strike on the inside quarter. Looks like she went with a screwball there. Tried to throw DiMatteo off a little bit. You don't see that very often.
Now 2-2. Good job by Fiorenzo. Able to battle back. This one hit hard and able to get it past Hodgins. DiMatteo back aboard. It was a hard hit ball.
And she really has some power at the top of the order. This is an incredible lineup for Coach Luann Zullo to be able to have someone with such ability at the top of her order and then straight down through. It's a nice thing. She can hit for power and she can get on base and lay one down.
Carly Anderson back in, her second at-bat of the day. 0-1 so far on the afternoon. DiMatteo thought about taking off. She will hold at first.
See, now Fiorenzo and Solinardi are going to be paying a lot of attention to DiMatteo. She's faking over at first base. That distracts the pitcher.
Now she's going to throw down. The throw a little bit offline. And DiMatteo is in with a stolen base, advancing to second just like she did last inning.
It's a smart thing. You're messing with the pitcher. She gets a good jump, puts her head down, doesn't look back, and slides. Actually, she almost missed the base. She slid right over the base. She was so anxious, she thought she was going to go right into center field.
2-1 now, the count to Anderson.
You might see Anderson even lay a bunt down here with only one strike on her.
Swinging here. Easy play made by Hodgins on the 4-3 putout. Advancing to third on the out. DiMatteo.
See, that is just as good as a bunt right there because you're moving the runner over now. With one out, you have a runner in scoring position. She did her job. And now you're getting into the power of your lineup with Eileen Purcell.
Purcell walked, came around to score.
Nice block by Solinardi. That right there is key. Last inning, she had a few mistakes. She's got to keep her body in front of the ball. As a catcher, especially with a big backstop, you have got to keep that ball in front of you.
Catching the outside corner of that one. The count evens itself at 1-1. Down low, another good block by Solinardi, and the count holds. The count moves rather to 2-1.
See, Fiorenzo's keeping that ball low, and Solinardi has to keep the glove down. She did the right thing. She flipped it over. She should keep her body down low to the ground. That ball cannot get through her legs.
Outside, 3-1. DiMatteo at third. Purcell at the plate. This one hit hard. Oh, that was a bullet bouncing single back up the middle. Purcell on base for the second time today. DiMatteo scores, and it's Nutley 4, Paramus 1.
See the power that just comes off that bat? You hear it, that ping. Just lines it right up the middle. She hit it right in the heart of the bat. Not trying to do too much with it, just get the runner in, and that's exactly what she did.
Here's Victoria Malanga, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. Way out in front of that one, but she gave it a pretty good ride.
A little anxious on that one. Would have been a home run in the other field.
It sure would. The thing had some zip to it coming off the bat.
It's called fast hands right there. She has got fast hands.
Purcell off of first. This one knuckled past a diving Wong. On to second is Purcell. Second hit of the day for Malanga. And once again, Nutley is threatening.
Malanga got jammed on that one. Wong was playing her more to a pull position, and the ball was inside on her hands. Malanga just fought it off and got it up the middle. Still is a single in the book.
Brittany Curry, number 8, will come in and be a runner for Malanga, who will go on and get the gear on. Curry, a sophomore, will take the spot at first base. Runners at first and second for Heather Williams. Williams singled back in her first at bat. This one way high. And the count moving to 1-1.
Let's take a look at Heather Williams' first single. She lines it. She doesn't try to do too much. She pushes it into right field and gets a beautiful line drive base hit and RBI.
1-1. Now 2-1. Williams trying to add to Nutley's 4-1 advantage. Raiders have come out with almost like something to prove today.
Absolutely. They love this rivalry, as we said in the beginning. Nutley wants to come out and win as they have in the past and knock Paramus out.
3-1, catching the outside corner. Runs the count full to 3-2. Knuckled back behind. Count holds off the foul ball, 3-2.
I was ready to field that one. Came back towards us.
22 pitches in this inning for Fiorenzo, working almost as hard as he did to get out of the first. One down. This one hit to second, played perfectly there by Hodgins. Runners will advance. Curry goes to second, Purcell to third. Williams on the putout, which goes 4-3, will leave it into the hands of Adriana Luzzi.
This is another big spot for Nutley and for Paramus. Paramus gets out of this. This gives them the momentum to get up to the plate. But you also have Nutley on the other side. 2 runners in scoring position could really break this game open.
Luzzi reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Fouls this one back behind home plate to move the count to 0-1.
Came out swinging. You tell she wants a hit. She's digging in at home plate. She's ready.
2 runners aboard. Nice little change of speed on that one from Fiorenzo, catching the outside corner, 0-2.
That was an excellent choice of pitch. Throw the batter off balance. Fiorenzo needs to do something to get herself out of this inning.
Here's the 0-2, missing here outside, 1-2.
She's really working the curveball, trying to stay off the plate. She's not pushing the ball inside at all as she was earlier in the game.
You would think a base hit here for Luzzi would really open this one up for Nutley. Another foul back into the fencing behind home plate, and the count holds at 1-2.
I feel like I should have my mitt ready.
You have it.
I have
we
it.
know
I have
that you
it. I
have
should
it.
get it. I don't have the catcher's mitt, but I have my regular mitt.
And a called strike 3. Down low, just on the outside corner. Luzzi goes down looking. So Paramus is able to avoid further damage. The Raiders, though, do get one more up on the board. They lead Paramus by a score of 4-1. We go to the top of the third. Right after this, you're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. We welcome you back here. 4-1 Nutley as we move to the top part of inning number 3. Matt Harmon, Carly Blake here on MSG Varsity. It's game time on a beautiful afternoon from northern New Jersey. Happy to say hello to the head coach of Paramus. The Spartan head man is Brian Hay. Coach,
how you doing?
Rough start, I know, for you, but I would imagine still with a whole lot of time, there's still a lot of positive energy in the dugout.
Yeah, we're going to keep battling here, so we'll see what happens.
Coach, I got a question for you. You guys came into this game on a tear, 7-0. What do you do to keep your team focused and prepared every game?
You know, we just work hard every day. We tell the kids to stay focused and stuff like that. And, you know, we know we're facing a good opponent here today, so, you know, we'll see what happens.
9-1-2 in the lineup for Paramus. Kelsey Sidicase, who was at the plate when Cantone was caught stealing. With this one in there for a call, strike 1. The count goes to 1-1. Coach, what's been some of the big reasons for the good start for you guys? I mean, 7-0, it's picture perfect so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've got good pitching from Lauren Fiorenzo, good defense, and, you know, timely hitting. Hold up, hold up.
Bunt will roll foul from Sedicase.
Now, Coach, I see you just had set a Casey throw a bunt down. Now you're behind a couple runs. Do you change the way you approach a little more? Do you try to play a little bit more of a small ball game?
I'm playing 1 run an inning here, trying to catch back, get back into the game. Let's go. Hit it hard. Let's go. 2 strikes, aggressive.
Wong on deck. Here's the 1-2.
Gotta run, gotta run.
Off-speed pitch to third. Luzzy across. And the out is recorded there. 5-3. Here's Stephanie Wong, who is 1 for 1. Coach, you got you guys off to a great start in that first inning. We've seen her do things already offensively and defensively. Such a talented player.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, now you watch her here, and, she's batting lefty. She alternates turns here. So she'll bat right, left, depending on how many times she gets up. Drop in there, drop in there, drop in there, drop in there.
First
nice.
pitch swinging. It will drop in.
Right there, right there.
Wong
Good job.
will
Wong,
hold at second with a 1-out double.
Now, Wong is your senior coach. What does she give you in the leadership role? On field, she's your shortstop. She's your leadoff hitter. What does she give you in the leadership role?
Yeah, I mean, she's not so much of a vocal leader for us. She's more of a, a watching, show by example kind of kid. So kids kind of follow her lead with her aggressiveness at the plate and, her defensive, skills in the field. So, come on, got to work. Let's go.
Here's Noelle Hodgins, 0 for 1 so far of the day. Struck out back in the first. Wong at second, 1 down. Top part of inning number 3.
We didn't want that.
This one skied high, coming over to make the play is Purcell for the second out of the inning.
She was a bit over Lucy's head. You see Purcell calling her off, coming in, getting a better angle, and making the play.
Here's Lauren Fiorenzo. Coach, how difficult for a player like Fiorenzo, struggling a little bit in the circle so far today to kind of clear her mind out and step into the batter's box now?
Yeah, well, she's a seasoned veteran. She's been on varsity for 4 years, so she knows what it's about. She knows what she has to do. I mean, hopefully she, like you said, she clears her mind and, she stays focused here and gets an RBI single here for us.
Wong at second. This one up high.
Nothing up, nothing down. No use zone. Let's go.
2-0.
Now she was on 4 years on varsity, but this is her first year as a starting pitcher. She was behind her sister. How did she learn by example from her sister?
Hold up.
This one foul.
Nice play,
Nice play, Coach. Quick hands with the mic on and all.
Still got a little bit. Hey, let's work here. Let's go. She just, her sister was a bulldog for us for 4 years. So she watched behind her. She was our starting left fielder last year. And if you ask her, she, talks about getting a different perspective being out in the outfield last year. So
here's the 2-1.
Come on, right
down
here,
low. Easy play for Wong to get to third.
Malanga drops down, actually makes a good attempt at the block, but the ball just ricochets off her catcher's equipment.
Let's go. Come on, pick us up.
3-1 the count.
Got to pitch to work. It's got to be yours. Let's go up the middle. Crack it about. We got 2 down here.
What's her best pitch, Coach, that she likes to hit?
A fastball right down the middle.
I think we all like that.
Nothing.
That one low, and Fiorenzo will walk with 2 outs.
Blue, time.
And put runners at the corners.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Line drive, nice line.
1 for 12.
Courtesy runner, 1 for 12.
Hey, Coach, you have such a storied history at Paramus. You guys have been such a strong program for so long. Tell me, every year, is it your biggest goal to win the league, the counties, the states? Obviously, you want to win them all, but what do you focus on the most?
We basically, nothing. We start out with the little ones first, the league, then we go to the counties, then we go to the states, because that's in the order of, basically the way we're playing them. But our ultimate goal is, like you said before, I mean, we want to win all 3 every year. That's our goal.
Megan Gigliotti on as the courtesy runner. Here is Allison Miranda. 2-0.
Come on, hit hard. Let's go.
Runners at the corners for Paramus. The Spartans trail at 4-1 in the top part of inning number 3. Pitch from
Hold up.
From Towie, rather, excuse me, is fouled. Couldn't get to that one, Coach.
No.
If it's hit at you, you're in good shape. No more range.
I don't have to move. I don't have to move.
Now,
Hey, let's go. Got to work. Let's go.
Now, Coach, Miranda had labrum surgery, I believe you told me.
She had exploratory labrum surgery. So she just actually caught her first 2 innings yesterday with no throws, if you can believe that.
Oh, okay.
Hold up.
2-1 is fouled, evens the count at 2-2.
So you are hoping to have her get behind the plate this year.
Yes.
She's hitting for you. How is she hitting with having exploratory labrum surgery?
Yeah, she's been one of our most consistent and hitters up to this date. So, we're hoping that she gets a clutch base hit here to bring us back within 2 here. So, come on, let's drive it. Let's go.
2-2. Hit right back up the middle and into the gap. That will score 1. Rounding third is Gigliotti. There will be no play at the plate and a 2-run double for Allison Miranda to make this a 4-3 Nutley advantage.
Miranda absolutely crushed that ball. It was right in her sweet spot. She went down, dug it out, and lined it into right center field. And everybody just kept running.
Coach, that's a hit I would imagine you've been waiting for, right?
Absolutely. And like I said, she's been one of our most consistent hitters all year, so it's nice to see a senior get that hit there.
Courtney Ciro, who struck out on her first at bat, trying to keep the inning alive.
Quick, let's go.
Paramus now within a run of tying it up, and they have a runner at second base in Miranda. It's the top part of the plate to even the count at 1-1. Coach, has there been much talk about the start that you have had, undefeated? I mean, is it becoming any more added pressure as the season rolls on?
Nah, you know what? I mean, to be honest with you, I think our kids don't get the fact that we're 7-0 yet because we're so young, if you can believe that. We tell our kids every day, just work every day, come out every day and play hard and see what happens. This is going to be a tough stretch of the schedule for us now because these guys today, we got Ridgewood on Monday. So we'll see how we fare, this coming week.
Now, you have such a young group. You graduated a lot last year. Who have you looked to lead, to step up as your leader?
Obviously our senior captains are our leaders. I mean, they've been here, done that, all three of those kids. So we're looking for some of the younger kids to step up and make a name for themselves early here.
Count here at 1-2. This one popped up. It will bounce in and...
Fair or foul? She wasn't right here? Right here she wasn't?
Bit of a discussion whether that was fair or foul.
You could see that Malanga was actually on the foul side of the plate. It's a little muffled right there. She pops it right up. The best thing to do if you can't catch this ball is to let the ball bounce foul.
Well, certainly bounced in fair territory.
But it's not where it bounces, it's where it lands. It's where it's touched. If it's in front of the third base and it bounces fair and goes foul, it's a foul ball. If it bounces fair on the other side, it's a foul ball.
It'll be a 1-2. Swung on and missed, and the inning comes to a close. Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck the rest of the day and, of course, the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That is Brian Hay, the Spartan head coach. We take a break after 3.5. We come back. It's Nutley's turn here in the third. The Raiders have had their lead trimmed to 4-3. Matt Harmon, Carly Blake, fans lining the facility here at Yanakaw Park. Perfect day to catch some softball and get a tan as well. The Raiders hoping this year is an opportunity to add, Carly, to what is a pretty extensive list in the last half dozen years or so.
Seriously, 2006 North 2 Group 3 state champs, 2008 NNJIL champs. We have the 2010 North 2 Group 3 champs and the 2011 SEC American Division and, of course, the Essex County champions.
Raiders off to a good start here so far today. It is 4-3 in favor of Nutley. Bottom of the order, excuse me, Carly, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup.
This game just got very interesting. Now the pitchers can settle down, and it's like it's a 1-0 game.
Morgan Galtieri will step in for her second at bat. She is 1 for 1 on the day with a 1-1 count. Amazing. One swing in the bat. Paramus scores a couple runs, and you're right. I mean, it's a different ball game right now.
It can change at the drop of a hat. That's why softball's so exciting. At least why I think it's so exciting. But now Fiorenzo can really settle down. It's a much closer, much more attainable score to even out. She can mix up her pitches now. As you see, she's got a 2-2 count here on Gualtieri. She's got the ability now to throw a changeup or an inside pitch to get Gualtieri out.
2-2 popped, drifting foul, and it will make the fence and kick out. The count will hold that 2-2.
Hodgins came all the way to the fence. She looked like she was ready to jump over the fence to make that play. That's hustle.
Nutley scored 3 in the first, added 1 more in the second. The 2-2 from Fiorenzo. Getting the outside corner, picture perfect pitch. And Gualtieri is recorded for the first down of the inning. Second strikeout for Fiorenzo.
You see here Fiorenzo just paints the outside corner with what looked like a drop curve. It kind of just drops out of the strike zone. It's a very difficult pitch to hit. Usually that just gets fouled off down the right field line.
Jenna Samperito will step in. Samperito, the freshman. She hits in front of her older sister, Danielle. This one chopped to third. Cantone across the diamond to make the out.
That play is a lot more difficult than it looks. Cantone had to come up. That ball was hit in on the hands. The ball just dribbles down. She was playing up for the bunt. Makes a nice throw across the diamond, and Cantone gets the second out of the inning.
Here's Danielle Samperito. She is 0 for 1 on the day. Want to correct one thing. Cantone, who left the game with an injury, this is her first, the first defensive inning for Paramus since that happened. She has been replaced at third by Victoria Agnello, who is a junior. It was Agnello who just made that last out. Swung on and missed. The high riser in that pitch. 1-2 the count.
Now Fiorenzo should have been using that pitch earlier. This is the first time I've seen an effective riser. That is a great out pitch for her.
Swung on and missed. Fiorenzo making short work of the bottom of the order that time around. 2 strikeouts and the 1 ground out. We have played 3 full. Nutley 4, Paramus 3. Fiorenzo feeling it in that inning. We go to the top part of inning number 4. Wind blowing just a bit here, cooling off what is a fairly warm day in mid-April. Nutley 4, Paramus 3. Before the game today, the Raiders were honored for winning their county championship a year ago. Well, all the players who were part of the team last year getting some pretty nice watches to wear.
It's a really nice thing for them to receive, and these kids, it was a big deal for them to win the county championships. It was a huge thing for the community, and these girls are very proud.
Joe Pyro, the athletic director for Nutley, want to thank him for his hospitality here from Yannicka Park and giving us all the details on the ceremony that took place before the game. Great setting for high school softball. Happy to be bringing you a match here on MSG Varsity.
This really is a great place for a softball game. It's beautifully located. It's a nice area, nice park, and you got some turf, which you don't see that often in high school softball. It's an all-around good day for softball.
Paramus setting up Alex Salinardi to start here, the top part of inning number 4. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. Jamie Towie, who has given up 3 runs so far today, continuing to work in the circle for Nutley. Getting the top part of the outside corner.
Both these pitchers really are enjoying working the outside corner. you know, it's unusual for a lefty pitcher. The ball naturally curves in, so it is hard for her to hit that outside corner.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. That one was out of the strike zone, but Salinardi couldn't hold up. And the 4th strikeout of the day for Towie.
That is the way you use a riser. That ball you have to dig down as a lefty, dig down, and it rises naturally when you move your body lower, and it just goes out of the strike zone. As the batter, it looks like a big fastball coming down, and it just goes right out of your eye line.
Here's Brielle Pikadich, the right fielder. She is 0 for 1 so far on the day. Paramus scored twice in the last inning. Trying to get something going here. That one up high. The count 1-1.
See her hands on the bat there. It actually looks like Pikadich may try to lay down a bunt. Not set up for a slap, but maybe a drag bunt.
That's a foul ball. Count will move to 1-2. Brian Hay, when we talked to him and the last time that the Spartans were up, he talked about a pretty tough schedule coming up. Carly, Ridgewood, Glen Rock, and Bergen County all on the docket for next week. So, you know, regardless win or loss, things for Paramus going to get a heck of a lot more difficult over the course of the next couple weeks.
No matter where you play in Bergen County, it's going to be a tough matchup. These teams are all strong, especially Ridgewood. This team has gotten much better this year, and Paramus is going to have to bear down and work hard. Nutley's no easy face. As you see, they're losing by 1, but it's just going to get harder anywhere in Bergen County that you go.
Of course, all this leading into playoff time.
Best time.
3-2 the count.
We should actually have the county championships coming up starting in a few weeks.
Inside to Pikadich. So she is on with a 1-out walk. Now, Cantone, who left the game, shake it up as she was caught stealing, was not in defensively that last inning for Agnello, but will re-enter the game right now and take that spot back over the lineup. This is the 8th position in the batting order.
Cantone was hit hard on that slide. For her to come back in, that's one tough player right there.
One aboard in Pikadich. Towie with the bunt laid down. That will advance the runner as the out is recorded. Nice rotation put on that time by Nutley to make sure they get the out. Pikadich will move to second. Now 2 down.
Anderson makes a really nice play. Beautiful bunt drop down by Cantone. That throw from the pitcher was much lower than it should have been. Anderson got down, made the play. Otherwise, you would have had runners on first and possibly third base.
Yosetta Casey settling in for her second at-bat of the day. First pitch swinging. Puts it back into the fence behind home plate. And the count 0-1. So Pikadich will be running on anything with 2 out.
As soon as the crack of the bat goes, she should be moving.
There's the bat there.
Coach wasn't going to catch that.
No.
He moved his hand.
He thought about it, though.
He thought about it,
for a
but he might have lost his left hand over there. She hit that one really hard. I don't think he wants a broken hand.
Here's the 0-2. Up high, bit of a waste pitch, and the count 1-2.
Looks like it was a changeup that she gripped a little bit too hard, and then it didn't. It just kind of came off her hand funny.
There's the rise that gets Setakese swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, and Paramus will strand the tying run. We have played 3.5. We move to the bottom part of the 4th. Towie with that last pitch gives her team a 4-3 lead. We are back here from Yanakaw Park in Nutley, New Jersey, where the Raiders of Nutley lead the Spartans of Paramus 4-3. A couple of good at-bats, as we will see her here to lead off here in the top part of the fourth. Currently for Tony and DiMatteo.
Matteo has got such extreme power. She just knows how to hit the ball. She finds the holes all over the place. She has one into line drive in the left field, one up the middle. This is a kid who knows how to play softball. So unusual for a leadoff hitter to have such power, but she really does. And speed. Stolen a few bases. This kid is incredible.
Class of 1986 of Nutley High School. Luann Zullo will join us here in this half inning. Coach, how are you today?
Hanging in there.
Pretty good start for you guys. I know you had the good stretch there in that first inning. DiMatteo, obviously such an important player for you guys. She's been on base twice. Really keys the offense.
Yeah, she gets things going. She really does. We toyed around with her, and she was in two-hole for a little bit. But she really gets things started for us. I like her speed. I like the way she handles the bat. She can drop a bunt. She's doing a real nice job for us this year.
And this is a girl who really could be in a four-hole on many teams.
Absolutely.
You're lucky to have her at the top of your order.
Yeah, she can hit with power and again, drop the bunt. Runs the bases very well. She really gets, she's like a spark plug in the top of the order for us.
Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1.
Coach, you graduated many strong seniors last year from your Essex County Championship team. How do you work with the young team and get them to step up and be leaders on this team?
Well, what I have is Tony and DiMatteo, who's been with us for 4 years. She was a runner for the first couple of years. Eileen Purcell's been our starting shortstop for 4 years. Victoria Malanga behind the plate, even though she's only a junior. She's been starting since her freshman year. So although we lost 7 people and 7 very good players, you're all right, Tony. Get him next time, Tone.
Swung out and missed there for a strikeout.
But we have some key players back that really have been stepping up and being great leaders for us.
Coach, how about the pitching spot? I would imagine that's always a spot of concern, but so far, at least today and this season, it's been fairly consistent.
Pitching?
Yes.
Yes, Jamie actually has seen time on the mound for us as a junior and as a sophomore. So she's been in this situation. She's pitched for us before, and this year she's pretty much got the ball every game. Carly, who's up right now, is our backup pitcher. She's a freshman and has seen a number of innings in the preseason. But she plays second base for us, so she doesn't really get to throw as much regular season.
This is Carly Anderson, the second baseman, 0 for 2 so far on the day. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and
you're all right, Carly. You're all right. You got it next time,
with back-to-back strikeouts.
Come on,
Now you got Eileen Purcell here. She's your leader on the field. What does she give you on and off the field? Is she your vocal leader, or is she more of lead by example?
She's a lead by example. She's a lead by example kid. She is the first one on the field. She is always practicing. She's always working hard. I think, you've seen some of the plays she makes. We haven't had too many crazy plays today, but she leads by example. She's a hustler. She's the first one to practice. She's the last one to leave. Always working hard.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck today, and obviously the rest of the season. Hope to see you down the road.
Thank you.
After 4, Nutley up 4-3. We are back here. You see the lines for both teams. Paramus 3-5-0 across the top. Nutley with 3 in the first, 1 more in the second. 4-game total 4-8-0. Stephanie Wong with another solid day today.
This is another leadoff hitter that really could be in a 4-hole all over the place. This is a kid who's got power and she's got speed. She drops one there for a double. She just knows how to get on base, and you're going to see her running all over the bases. This kid is another strong leadoff position player.
Jamie Towie, the lefty, stays in the circle for Nutley. 5 strikeouts so far today. Back-to-back balls thrown here, however, to Wong. The count 2-0.
Paramus is going to want to get her on base. She is the kid who can make things happen.
3-0.
The coach called her the complete package. She can do it all.
in there as Wong takes a peek at it, 3-1. It's kind of the best compliment you could pay a player, right? You are the complete package.
Absolutely. She can run, she can hit, she can play in the field. You couldn't ask for better as a player.
Wong with the leadoff walk here in the 5th inning.
And she's stolen 10 bases already this year, so watch for her to go right away. Or I should say 12, if you include earlier in the game.
2 for 2 today with now a walk. Here's Noelle Hodgins, who was 0 for 2. Let's see what Wong does. There's a pitch out. She was going. Throw down. Not in time. It was played perfectly by Nutley strategically, but Wong just so fast.
That was a very interesting way to play it. It's a very dangerous way because they went behind the hitter. They did that on purpose to try to get it, and Malanga's arm just was not strong enough. Wong is just that fast that she had such a good jump. Doesn't look, the smartest thing she can do is not look back to home plate.
Now there's a discussion going on with Luann Zullo. She's talking to the base umpire, Jim Gish. What's the argument there, Carly? Or at least not argument, but the discussion.
Almost my question is that an illegal pitch? Can you actually pitch behind the batter and have it be an illegal pitch? A legal pitch? That would be my guess, because technically it can hit the batter. It's a dangerous pitch, but I think that could be considered a rogue pitch as well, that even though it was done on purpose.
I wonder if the question for the Nutley coach there is, as her catcher steps out of the box and the batter backs out of the batter's box, could it be interference of some point? I mean, the batter's allowed to back out of the box.
She is allowed
to
back out of the box, so it really isn't. It would almost be as if it was a pass ball and the runner and the batter stepping out to throw down anyway. I mean, it really isn't an interference. It's only if she intentionally doesn't get out of the way.
The 2-0 is high. The count 3-0. Paramus threatening here with Wong at second. With her speed, you would think that she would likely score on any kind of a base hit.
Even a dribbler in the infield, she will keep running.
Squaring a bunt is Hodgins. He will take strike one.
She's just faking right there. She wants to make sure that that ball gets over the plate and it draws in the third baseman, but it is a complete fake out. She was not laying down a sac bunt there.
Lefty to lefty. And that's foul. Bunted down into the ground.
Now this should take off the sacrifice bunt, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hodgins try to slap it right here. Now you have the infielders are going to step back a little bit, but this is a kid who could slap the ball over the third baseman's head.
Here's the 3-2. And that will record as a strikeout, as Hodgins couldn't put anything on that one. So another strikeout for Talley. That is her 6th of the day. I guess the idea there, Carly, is what? I mean, you got to figure out a way to get Wong just a little bit closer to scoring the tying run.
Exactly. Hodgins' point is to get the ball in play. A slap is actually meant to get over the infielder's head if it's done correctly. As you see here, Malanga, the ball gets away from her, and it allows Wong to get over to third base. Serves the same purpose as if Hodgins had put the ball in play.
I watched Wong lead off of second and then see that ball hit the dirt. I think the second it got away from Malanga, I'll go.
This girl does not hesitate, and that's a smart runner. You don't hesitate at all. You know that that ball, the way this field is, as soon as that ball hits the dirt, it's going to scoot off. She knows that she can move up.
Well, it makes this interesting because Fiorenzo, who's got some pop in her bat, and any kind of a pass ball, you would think Wong would give it a shot.
Absolutely, without a doubt. She won't even hesitate. So right here, Toei's got to be very, very careful with her pitches. Now she's 3-0. She does not want to put Fiorenzo on base and bring Miranda up.
The 3-0, that one bouncing. Here comes Wong to score the tying run. And with the walk, Fiorenzo will go down to first. Talk about manufacturing a run an unorthodox way. Wong moved over on a pass ball to third, comes home on another pass ball to tie it up at 4 apiece.
This shows you how important it is for the catcher to be able to block the ball. This has happened now on both sides. The ball looks like it hits off the heel of Malanga's glove and just scoots past her. And you see that Wong doesn't hesitate in the least, and she hustles home to tie the game.
Luann Zullo coming out. bringing your infield in, talking things over.
Alyssa Miranda has had a game on her too today. She knows how to sit back on the changeup and poke the ball into right field to score one of the runs of the game. She's got an RBI. She's also poked the ball in a double in her right field that brought 2 runs into the game. This kid is having a fantastic game. She's vital for Paramus right here, and she's going to have another opportunity with a runner on base. Doesn't matter, it's only a first. She could find a way to bring her home.
So Miranda 2 for 2 on the day. 86 pitches so far on the afternoon for Towie. Another pass ball, and this will advance Fiorenzo to second. Let's check that. Fiorenzo just replaced for a courtesy runner. Gigliotti has come in and taken over that spot, so Gigliotti now at second.
And just like that, you have a runner in scoring position for Miranda. See, Malanga's having a tough time. The ball is hitting off the heel of her glove. It's right there, makes actually a nice grab. She has got to keep her body on the ground to make sure that ball does not go past her. It looks like what's happening is Towie's throwing a drop ball in the dirt. It's just scooting off the heel. If it hits this, it's a very dusty sand. It's not helping.
That one hit hard by Miranda. Going back and making the play in center field is Steele. Tracked that one well. Unable to advance the runner, but gave it a long ride. 2 down in the top of the 5th.
She absolutely crushed that to the farthest part of the park. I think if it was in left field, it would have been out. That's probably 230 feet, straightaway center. She hit it to the track. She gave it a ride.
Here's Courtney Ciro, the first baseman. That struck out twice. That one hit like a rocket, but right into the waiting glove of Purcell, who didn't have to move an inch. We have played 4.5, and we are back to where we started. All square, 4-4. We play bottom 5. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. We welcome you back here. We go to the bottom part of inning number 5 from Nutley, New Jersey. Matt Harmon, Carly Blake. Want to welcome you into MSG Varsity. Another edition of Game Time. There's Lauren Fiorenzo still throwing hard for Paramus. Her Spartan team has come all the way back and has tied this game at 4 apiece.
This should give her a lot more confidence in the circle. Now she can focus. It's like a 0-0 game. She starts over and just focuses on getting outs. She doesn't have to worry at the moment about being in a hole.
4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for Nutley. Malanga, Williams, and Luzzy, the scheduled hitters.
No easy feat.
Malanga 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch swinging out in front of that one. And the count moves to 0-1.
Malanga really has fast hands. This girl now, all 3 times that she's been up, she has fouled the first pitch flying down the left field line. That means her hands are just moving so incredibly fast she can get around on the speed of Fiorenzo.
The 0-1 missing the outside corner, 1-1.
Malanga's going to be looking for something to drive right here. She just wants to get on base, get this started.
Chasing the high fastball. That will drift out of play, and the count moves to 1-2. Hardest pitch to lay off, that rising fastball?
Easily, without a doubt. Because when it comes in, it actually starts very low, and it looks like it's a fastball. And all of a sudden, it just is at your eyes, and you've missed it. It is one of the hardest pitches to throw, and it is one of the hardest pitches to lay off as a batter. Someone who's taller, like Malanga, she may have an easier time hitting it. Some people like the higher pitch, but if you're shorter, if you're in, the average for a girl, 5'5", there's no way you're going to be able to touch it. You may foul it off if you're lucky.
The 1-2.
As you see, she just threw it again there, Fiorenzo, and Malanga just missed it.
How'd you do with the riser?
It wasn't as popular a pitch when I played. I was able to I like high pitches.
Are you dating yourself right now?
I am dating myself right now.
This one hit hard, but right into the waiting glove of DiMatteo, who will record the first out of the inning.
when it was thrown, I like to hit the riser because I'm taller. I was not one to lay off the high ones. But if you can get a bat on it, it's going 300 feet.
Here's Heather Williams, the first baseman. 1 for 2 on the day.
Fiorenzo had a little pop on that. You heard the Solinardi's glove just pop. She's got the motivation now.
0-1 missing outside, 1-1.
See her moving her hand around on the ball. She's trying to pick her pitch.
This one right back to Fiorenzo. Easy play, easy throw. Second out of the inning, recorded 1-3.
One of the biggest mistakes you see in softball and in baseball as well is trying to hit the outside pitch. Pulling the outside pitch. And that is exactly what Williams did there. She tried to pull the outside pitch, and all you get is a little squibber back to the pitcher.
Luzzy 0 for 2 on the day. We'll step in here with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Get to the outside corner, 0-1.
Fiorenzo is consistently working the outside corner, and if the hitters are going to swing at it, why not? She's got a very good drop curve.
4-4 our score. Base is clear here. Bottom 5. This is the only scheduled meeting between these two teams this season. It is possible if they each weave their way through their state brackets, they would see each other in a state semifinal like they did a couple years ago. Great play going back. Hodgins will make the catch. And the bottom of the 5th inning is over. An unassisted putout for Hodgins, stretching out and tracking it well. Keeps the score tied at 4. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-4 the score. Both teams offensively have done some good things, and despite some of the numbers you see, Carly, we've seen some pretty good pitching today.
Yeah, these pitchers are on it. They're moving their ball around. Fiorenzo's throwing in some drop curves. They actually both have fantastic changeups. They're moving the ball inside and outside. And you see here we have Toei. She's got a fantastic riser. As a lefty, it's very hard to see the ball coming at you. You see the riser right there. She's throwing a changeup, moving the ball also inside and outside. It's really become a pitcher's duel. It's as if it's 0-0.
11 combined strikeouts. As it is Paramus' turn at the plate. Alex Salinardi will start it off. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Salinardi, Piconich, and Cantone, the scheduled hitters.
You see Salinardi behind the plate today. She's actually a converted outfielder. Both catchers had labrum surgery. Both. Can you believe that in one season? That's insane. And so she stepped up and went behind the plate and is learning the position and doing very well with it.
I saw Black Cat run by earlier as well. If you want to be things on the weird side, she will foul one out and giving chase Luzzy, who will make the play and record the first out of the inning. So 1 down. Just heard Coach Hay say pinch hitter, so let's see who is coming up here for Paramus.
Actually, wait, hold on a second. Hold on, Coach. Coach. My bad, forget it. No, forget it.
Looks like we are never minding the pinch hitter.
So it'll be Piconich to come back on.
Piconich was a little confused, put her helmet back on, and picked up her bat. She's ready to go.
0 for 1 with a walk. So everything in this game has tightened up just a little bit from when Paramus tied it up in the top part of the last inning to even it at 4-4. Everything has kind of slowed down a little bit. Pitcher's taking a little bit more time to work. Seems like there's more conversation going on.
It really is because, you know, the pitchers, if you notice, they were moving very fast in the beginning of the game. And sometimes when you move too fast, mistakes can be made, not only by the pitcher, but by the fielders, the infielders, outfielders, catcher. And that's when things happen. If you slow things down, We try to avoid the mistakes. And now we have a tie game. It's like a whole new ball game.
2-1 count for Pickenich, the right fielder. Oh, by the way, if you're just tuning in, Paramus has yet to lose a game this season, so they're trying to run their record to 8-0. Nutley coming in at 4-2. Both teams off of successful years a season ago. Nutley was 24-5. We showed you the opening of the game in which they received watches for winning the county championship last year. This one will dunk in for a base hit for Pickenich, and she is aboard with a 1-out single.
Purcell tracked that pretty well. She was going back over her shoulder, and she just couldn't make the play. It looks like Pickenich got under it ever so slightly, and neither could get there.
Just to finish the thought, Nutley, Paramus a year ago was 26-4. Even though some new faces in both of these lineups, you would have to think as the season goes on, Carly, these will be pretty legitimate teams come county and state playoff time. Nice bunt laid down. Will advance the runner. The tag is made down the line by Williams. Pickenich goes to second. Cantone is recorded on the sac bunt out. And here comes Kelsey Sedekese.
It was a really nice bunt, but you see Williams got way up the line. She wasn't that far up the line. She just hustled and made a really nice tag. But back to your point, Matt, they really are strong teams. They are throughout the lineup. They have the ability to bunt, run, pitch, and hit, and that equals teams going far into the counties and the states. Now we're approaching the counties very shortly. As we hit the beginning of May, you're going to start seeing the kids in the county tournament. But these are both teams that you'll see in the playoff hunt very soon. Season goes a lot faster than you think.
Sedekese 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed in the count 0-2. Time has been called quickly. Sedekese will go down and talk things over with her head coach, Brian Hay.
Coach tells us this. She's a first-year starter, but she's a very athletic kid. She's got a ton of speed. So if she puts that ball anywhere, she could beat it out.
This will be pitch 101 on the afternoon for Tower. Missing outside. Quick snap throw down, and they got her. What a throw laid on by Malanga. Great catch and tag. And that will be the third out of the inning. You saw the arm on display there from Malanga. Keeps this one tied at 4 as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back here. Bottom of the 6th inning from Nutley, New Jersey. Great day for softball. Sun is shining. 4-4 the score. Nutley and Malanga. Boy, she has had a good day, both behind the plate, Carly.
Malanga has got a heck of an arm. This kid, she's just got a fantastic read. She knows when the runner is leaning a little too hard. She and Purcell have such a good 1-2 punch. She's had a fantastic day back there.
She is 2 for 2 hitting today as well. Bottom 6, bottom of the order for Nutley 7-8-9. Galtieri will settle in for the third time today. She's 1 for 2. Singled in the first, struck out in the third.
Nutley just wants to get something going here, get a few runners on base, make something happen. Late in the game, it's become a very tight race here.
Remember, Nutley in the bottom of the first inning did just about all of their damage. They batted 9. Plated 3. Wong, strong throw across. Good stretch by Ciro for the 6-3 first out of the bottom of the 6th.
Ciro really likes to go down into that split. It hurts my legs watching it, but Wong gets that ball fast across the diamond, and you see Ciro make a nice stretch to get the out. You know, everybody's hustling right now. You can't sit back and wait on anything.
Here's Jenna Saporito, the designated player. 1 for 2 so far today. What we do know is that both teams will have at least one more crack in this game with the top of the order. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled for Paramus in the top of the 7th. And we're at the bottom of the order here for Nutley. This is the 8th batter in the lineup.
This would be ideal for Saporito, the freshman, to step up.
Saporito flies one to shallow right. Coming in to make the play is Pickenich for the second out of the inning. That's the 100th pitch, by the way, for Fiorenzo. So both starting pitchers will go over the 100 mark today.
These kids could go forever. These pitchers, they could throw on and on. It blows my mind.
First pitch swinging is Danielle Saporito across the diamond, and the stretch won't work that time. It was dug out by Cantone across to Ciro, but running well was Danielle Saporito. That will leave it into the hands here on the infield hit for the leadoff batter, Tony-Ann DiMatteo.
Saporito was hustle all the way. She read single from the time she hit that ball. She hit it hard, and it was bobbled a little by Cantone. She got down the line fast. This is how you make things happen.
DiMatteo, 2 for 3. Single, strikeout. Throw down. Huang had to move over, and Saporito will get in with a stolen base. That's big because now a base hit from DiMatteo could get the lead run home.
Yeah, Saporito's got speed, so now she's moved into second base, and a base hit really could put them ahead.
Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1 and 2.
DiMatteo certainly has the ability to put the ball in the outfield.
Fiorenzo still up in the count, 1 and 2. It's kind of a save me swing right there to hold the count at 1 and 2. Got to protect.
Absolutely. She's got her hands ever so slightly choked up on the bat. Shorten her swing a little bit. You have to be ready for the changeup. Softball.
1 and 2.
Sorry about that. Softball came back in.
1 and 2. 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. Runner off of second. Danielle Saporito. Missing outside. 2 and 2.
She did throw the changeup just a little bit outside. It's an excellent pitch when you're 1 and 2. It's a very good pitch to throw a batter off balance.
Here's the 2-2. In there for a called strike 3. Big time pitch from Fiorenzo. Her 6th strikeout of the day. Keeps the score knotted at 4. We go to the 7th. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. We go to the top part of inning number 7. 4-4 is our score between Paramus and Nutley. High School Sports Desk now has dedicated regional coverage. You can watch 30 minutes dedicated to Long Island, New Jersey, New York City, or the Hudson Valley, Connecticut area. High School Sports Desk, weeknights at 7 p.m. on MSG Varsity, only on Optimum. Never on Fios, never on satellite. 9, 1, and 2 in the lineup here for the Spartans. Last licks unless we play extra innings for both teams. There's a bunt laid down, and it will hold on the line. That is a fair ball. Sedekezi, I don't know that she could do that again if she wanted to.
I don't think anybody could. That was right on the line. She just laid it down. Actually, your third baseman, Lucy, was back, not expecting the bunt. She last minute dropped the bat down, and man, did that fall on the line. That, it kind of landed in a little divot. It spun, looked like it had a backspin, was going to go out of bounds, and it just landed on the line, and any piece of that line is a fair ball. That is a beautiful, beautiful bunt.
Back to the top of the order, the switch hitter Wong will hit from the left-hand side here. First pitch swinging. This will certainly help out the case for Nutley, and it will record the first out of the inning on the pop-up to Luzzy. A bit overzealous that time?
She got a little over anxious. She was ready. If in this situation, you sit back, you wait till you see a strike, see where the ball is being pitched, then you go for it. But she got anxious. She wanted to be the hero, I understand, and she went after a pitch she shouldn't have.
Here's Hodgins, 0 for 3 on the day. She will lay down a bunt, trying to advance the runner to second, which she will. The out will be recorded. The throwback, and that will get the third out of the inning. Sedekezi lost her bearings off the second base, so an unorthodox double play is recorded, and we will go to the bottom part of the 7th inning. Defense has been key. You can watch it as we go to break on MSG Varsity. Last licks coming up for Nutley. Here's how the top of the 7th finished up. A very unorthodox double play. Here's the bunt laid down by Hodgins. You can see the great play made by Towie to record the first out. That goes 1-3, and then the quick throw across.
It's incredible that Williams had such mindset to turn around to Purcell and throw and line that ball down, and totally caught Sedekezi off balance and just made an incredible unorthodox 1-3-3-6 double play.
2, 3, 4 in the lineup for the Raiders. They can win it with any kind of a run. We knew we would see a good one, and it has not disappointed.
That is for sure.
Quick start from Nutley. They scored 3 in the first, 1 more in the second. Paramus' runs 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 more in the 5th. Here's Carly Anderson looking at strike 1.
I think these two teams thinks it's the sectional finals from 2 years ago. I think they're just rewinding. It's just incredible.
Unfortunate that it's not really a conference division rival anymore, but these teams both getting after it. Both Group 3 schools in different sections, one in North 1, one in North 2. That'll catch the outside corner, 1 and 2.
A rivalry's a rivalry. You see Carly Anderson is going to do everything she can to get on base.
Chop this one to second. Clean play made by Hodgins. And the first out of the inning is recorded 4-3. Here's Eileen Purcell. If there is a player you would want to leave this up to, well, this is the part of the order for Nutley. Purcell, Malanga. A dangerous combination in the 3-4 spot.
These are two kids who have an incredible amount of power. Purcell already has a home run on the year and 9 RBIs. The kid can hit the ball out of the park.
Hit hard, will go off of the foot right into the hands of Wong. Safe at first. The throw got away from Ciro. Holding at first is Purcell. Tough break for Hodgins.
Now the ball didn't go out of the park, but Purcell managed to find a way to get on base. The ball is hit incredibly hard. Wong makes a nice play up the middle, but it just gets away from Ciro.
Malanga, her last time at bat, hit one to deep center field. First pitch swinging, that will go down the line for a base hit. Off to second is Purcell. Malanga ripping that one for her 3rd hit of the day. And now Nutley with runners at first and second.
You have to give Sedekezi a lot of credit in left field. She got to that ball awfully quickly. Malanga hit that ball right down the line. She hit it really hard right past Cantone. But Sedekezi got there fast enough that she cut off the ball from going to the wall, because if she hadn't, Purcell would have scored for the game-winning run.
Brittany Curry will come in, and she will take over the running chores for Malanga, who will go on and get the catcher's gear on if Nutley is needed for what would be the top of the 8th inning. Conference going on right now. That's head coach Brian Hay for Paramus. And this is a tough situation. You got to think about it. Nobody out, one out, but runners at first and second. There's a lot of options here for Nutley and what they can do.
Absolutely. He's got to be careful. You still are facing the number 5 hitter. Heather Williams has a hit today and an RBI, and she has the ability to put the ball in play. So you don't want to give her straight fastballs. You have to be careful, but you also don't, you don't want to walk the bases loaded.
Infield back fairly deep for Williams, the first baseman. Purcell, the important run. She scores, game over. Williams 1 for 3, a single and an RBI. in there for strike one. Good pop on that one from Fiorenzo.
Fiorenzo's angry. She does not want this game to end right now.
The 0-1. This one chopped to second. Runners will advance. The tag. It's a double play. What a great heads-up play by Hodgins. She tagged Curry on her way to second and had enough to throw it across and get the out. We have seen back-to-back inning-ending double plays here in the 7th inning. We will play extra frames. Punch the clock. We're going to overtime. 4-4, Nutley and Paramus. We've played 7. Why not play 8? 4-4 our score. Paramus 4, Nutley 4. There's been offense. There's also been some pretty timely defense, ending inning double plays for both teams in the top and the bottom part of the 7th inning. Here in the lineup here, it is 3, 4, and 5 for Paramus. Fiorenzo, Miranda, and Ciro, the scheduled hitters.
These are the kids that can get it done. Does it mean that, or does this really have an air of playoffs?
It sure does. This one off the handle and chopped up high. Purcell will make the unassisted put out for the first one here. One down, top 8.
Purcell's just so smooth at shortstop. She just knows where the ball is and makes it look like it's so easy.
Here's Alyssa Miranda. 2 for 3 on the day. Her job right now, get on base. This one down low and in the dirt.
As you saw last inning, this is where you're going to see a lot more small ball. Miranda's a power hitter. She's more likely to go for the base hit, as she is right there. But this is when you see a lot more bunting, a lot more running, because one run means the game. I have to say, I'm impressed with the composure of both these pitchers. They, you know, especially the Paramus pitcher, Fiorenzo, she got herself in a hole, and the team has been able to battle back, and they never looked shaken. They have not looked shaken so far.
Talley there with the off-speed pitch that misses down in the dirt. 2-1. Miranda geared up at the plate. That one missing low and inside. 3-1.
See Malanga throw that ball back to Talley very fast. She wants to keep this moving. She knows it's 3-1. She wants her pitcher to keep going.
Here's the 3-1. It's a one-out walk that is drawn by Miranda. Good patience at the plate. And here comes Courtney Ciro, who is 0 for 3 on the day.
It was actually a really impressive pitch by Toei. It was a changeup that just missed the outside corner by about a ½ an inch. She has a very nice changeup that moves inside and outside.
Veronica Steele has come on to run for the designated player, Miranda. Here's a bunt laid down. Strong throw as coming in for and making the play was Williams. That will be recorded 3-4 on the put out. Now 2 down.
Sierra actually lays a nice bunt down the first base side, but Williams had a nice jump on it and a strong throw to Anderson to make the play. But with 2 outs, you have a runner on second base.
And a pinch hitter stepping into the plate. Nicolette Cuppersmith will step in. Just a freshman. Interesting spot to toss a freshman in. Runner at second is Steele. She is the go-ahead run.
Brian Hay has a lot of faith in his freshmen. This is a very young team. Though he has his seniors that step up, he has a lot of freshmen in his lineup. You don't see that often, and both teams have it.
Here's the 0-1. Catching the bottom part of the plate, 0-2. Brian Hay extremely unhappy with that last call.
It was a curveball that actually just caught the corner of the plate, but it was a strike. Talley
1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, and there it is. 3 straight pitches to the freshman, and the strikeout in the 3rd out of the inning is recorded. We have played 7.5. It's Nutley's turn to see if they can do it in extra innings. We're back with more Game Time on MSG Varsity. For our score as we go to the bottom part of the 8th inning. It was the 7th inning, Carly, in which there were some very interesting ways for the innings to get over, both double plays.
Incredible double plays. They were double plays that they were unorthodox. You see right here, the pitcher throws a first base, and with a heads-up play, Williams throws back to Purcell. And right here, heads-up tag by Hodgins throws back to Sierra for the double play.
So we now move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Courtney Ciro, the first baseman, getting it going with her pitcher, Lauren Fiorenzo, who has gone the distance here for Paramus, will work in the lineup. 6, 7, 8 for Nutley. Luzzy 0 for 3 on the day. That one fouled out of play. The count 0-1.
I was ready for that one too, Matt. I was ready.
You still haven't gotten your gloves,
I know.
though.
Well, you know, it's far.
I don't want anything to happen to your hands.
I used to barehand it once in a while.
The 0-1. He is down in the dirt, 1-1.
These catchers have been busy today. Solinardi right there. She dug that right out of the dirt.
Catching the outside corner. 1-2.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with the framing on both these catchers because these pitchers are curveballs on the outside corner. As you see, Brian Hay got very upset by one of the calls last inning. These catchers know how to frame the outside pitch.
This one slapped the other way, and it will dunk in for a base hit. And the throw will get away, but holding at first is Luzzy.
That was an incredible defensive play right there. You saw Picnic attempted to throw down to Sierra. The ball got away, but Solinardi was right there to back that ball up. Otherwise, you would have seen Luzzy on second base.
We'll get another look at it. I thought originally Picnic might have had a chance. Kind of got maybe a couple too many steps, almost like the ball got stuck in her glove and she couldn't get it out.
Looks like it. She took a few too many steps and overthrew it. It happened. She released the ball a little too high, and the ball went over Sierra's head and went all the way to the catcher, but Solinardi was up the line, backing up as the catcher should on plays like that, and avoided the runner getting to second base and getting into scoring position for the winning run.
Brittany Curry will come on and run for Luzzy. Galtieri will step in. Morgan Galtieri, the sophomore. 1 for 3 so far on the day. Singled in her first at-bat all the way back in the first inning. Where's to bunt? Lays it down, advancing the runner. The out is recorded. Nice sac bunt laid down by Galtieri.
She mixed it up. She put it down the left field line, which was very smart on her part. It gives the third baseman has to get it across the diamond as opposed to the pitcher having to get it only halfway there. It was a very nicely placed bunt, but Cantone made a really nice jump on the ball and got it across the diamond to Sierra in time.
Winning run at second base. Here's Jenna Saporito. Will pop this one up, and coming on to make the play is Wong. I feel like we've seen that a couple of times, Carly. Yeah. You know, all of a sudden you get a lead or a winning run on, and it's first pitch right away.
That's a testament to how well these pitchers are mixing up their pitches. That one, the way you get a jam pitch like that is you have a screwball coming in on the pitcher, and it hits them on their hands.
Danielle Saporito, it's left in her hands. She's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Singled the last time at the plate. That was in the 6th inning. She was left stranded at second.
This is a senior who would like to be the hero.
Pitch missing by Fiorenzo on the outside corner. The count 1-1.
She's got pop on her bat. She has a triple and 7 RBIs already this season.
Missing again outside. 2-1.
This is where Saporito needs to be picky. She's ahead in the count. She's got to look for something that she can drive. Base hit can score the winning run.
2-1 is fouled. 2-2.
Took a healthy chop at that one. Fiorenzo was just ahead of her with a nice fastball up and out. Right there, and hit her right in the ankle. That can be very painful. Hits that inside of your heel.
2-2, staying alive with a swing on a pitch that might have been out of the strike zone, but at this point, you've got to make sure you protect. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The score tied at 4.
Anything close, you're going to be protecting.
Curry from second. This one chopped foul down the third base side.
Cantone was ready, jumped. She hopped right over to the ball very quickly. These infielders are on their toes. You see the outfielders are playing a little in. Anything deep is going to score the winning run anyway, so they have to be able to cut off the runner if they can.
Here's the 2-2, caught looking. Painting the outside corner, Fiorenzo. We've played 8. Why not play 9? We'll do it after this timeout, the top of the 9th. Coming back on MSG Varsity. It's game time. Great setting for softball here in Nutley, New Jersey at Yanakaw Park. The big truck is here today. It's game time on MSG Varsity in HD. Stay up to the minute with all things high school. Follow MSG Varsity on Twitter. You can get the very latest scores, play-by-play information, and tweets from your community. Follow MSG Varsity on Twitter and do it right now. Go to twitter.com/MSG Varsity. Matt Harmon, Carly Blake back here from Nutley. It is 4-4 our score. A beautiful facility and pretty good setting, Carly, here for softball.
This is a day for softball. It's warm, it's sunny, a little bit of a breeze. The dirt is blowing in our faces. It's fantastic. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Here's Brielle Piconich to start things off in the top of the 9th. First pitch swinging. Purcell on the move. Strong throw across to record the 6-3 one pitch, 1 out, put out.
Purcell makes it look so smooth. See, she almost takes it like Derek Jeter. She smoothly lets the ball go into her glove, gives her a second, and fires it across the diamond. No hesitation. Smooth as silk.
Quite a comparison there. I mean, don't put any pressure on the high school player. Here's Ashley Cantone, the third baseman. Cantone 1 for 2 so far on the day. It's her 4th at bat. Had a sac bunt back in the 6th. Chops in one that was up in the strike zone.
Good hustle by Williams to get over there. She almost made the catch into the fence.
Count 0-2.
See, Towie loves that changeup. She loves to throw that ball in. Well, actually, this is not an odd time in the count. This is with 2 strikes. Seeing if Cantone is going to fight it off.
Here's the 1-2. Just a bit upstairs, 2-2. Paramus hasn't scored a run since they tied it in the 5th. When Wong came around, Nutley hasn't scored a run since the 2nd inning.
This really has been a pitcher's duel throughout. You know, the runs were scored very early in the game, and all of a sudden the pitchers calmed down. They settled in. Their pitchers, they each started to move the ball around, and it's been a pitcher's duel throughout.
That one getting away from Malanga, and trotting down to first, Cantone with the walk.
Now the ball passed Malanga. You have to be very careful on a play like that. If Cantone is very heads up, she could run right around to second base. Catcher has to move very fast to get that ball.
Here's Kelsey Sedekasey. Lays down a beautiful bunt. Will advance the runner. Snap throw back. They tried that double play again. Almost worked, but instead we'll have 2 down on the sac bunt from Sedekasey. On to second goes Cantone. This is how the score became tied. It was the pass ball and the very fast Stephanie Wong able to get home. You see her popping your screen right there.
Wong
That tied it at 4.
Yeah, she was very heads up on that play. There was no doubt. She saw that ball hit Malanga's glove and just ran.
A hit here could put the go-ahead run on its way home. Cantone at second. Wong back of the plate for the 5th time today. Here's the 1-0. Popped high, but playable, right in the direction of DiMatteo, who will make the play and record the out. 8.5 in the books. As we go back to the top of the order, let's see what Nutley can do as we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's game time on MSG Varsity. Bottom 9 we play. The fans still here. Want to see who's going to win this one. Nutley and Paramus have played a solid softball game. 4-4 our score. Top part of the order we go for the Raiders. Tony and DiMatteo, whose first 2 at-bats pretty solid.
DiMatteo has been solid throughout this game. She just has been on it with line drives up. You see up here. She's stolen, always heads up. This kid's got speed. She's got the power to get the ball through the infield. This kid is a complete package.
Has scored 2 runs. She's 2 for 4 on the day. A couple of tough at-bats the last 2 times up. She has struck out twice, singled twice, stolen bases, and scored 2 runs. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 for Nutley right now. Here's the first pitch from Fiorenzo inside, 1-0.
She may have had 2 tough at-bats before, but this is the kid who you want at the top of your order. She can get on base and make things happen. She is going to give you a very tough at-bat the entire time.
This is her 5th at-bat, and strangely enough, this is the 4th time she's led off an inning. You don't see that all that often, where your leadoff batter really becomes your leadoff batter more than maybe twice in a game.
It's unusual. It's not very common. But you saw there DiMatteo, she was almost going to bunt. Something that she will do. She will bunt for a base hit.
1-2, able to hold off that pitch down low, even the count at 2-2. Puts that one square back into the fencing behind home plate.
Took a nice rip at that one, just ever so slightly under it. She's got to keep her head down on the ball. She's going to drive it for a base hit, as she did earlier in the game.
2-2. This one popped up down the line. It will drift foul.
Wow, Hodgson's right there. She laid out for that one, and that is not easy turf to dive on. It was an excellent attempt. You see the 2 of them. You see Hodgkins and Pickenich both go for it, and Hodgkins just lays out towards the fence. Just an incredible effort to make the catch.
Turf outfield.
Oof. That's turf burn right there.
2-2 in there for strike 3. Third consecutive strikeout Fiorenzo has gotten on DiMatteo. Let's get another look at it, Carly.
Fiorenzo has just settled in this game. She's done a nice job, and you see she mixes it up right there, throws a screwball, which you don't often see from a right-handed pitcher.
Anderson, first pitch swinging, 0, gobbles it up for the unassisted putout. Here's Eileen Purcell. Fiorenzo, again, has not yielded a run since the 2nd inning. Outside, 1-0.
See the changeup there on the first pitch. There's a lot of respect there for Eileen Purcell. She knows, Fiorenzo knows that this girl can hit the ball out of the park.
Outside again, 2-0. Purcell on her way to Central Connecticut State, where she will continue her softball career. 3-0. It's the old unintentional, intentional walk.
Pretty much. This is somebody that you don't want to put the ball over the plate. Fiorenzo, as I said earlier, Purcell, as I said earlier, has an incredible amount of power, and that's Fiorenzo showing respect for Purcell.
4-pitch walk to Purcell. Might sound like a good idea, but a very dangerous Victoria Malanga up. Well, there she is. There's Purcell. Latest edition of MSG Varsity, the magazine.
It's available now on the app and at msgvarsity.com. Purcell has a nice spread in the magazine.
Outside pitch to Malanga, 1-0. That was a rip down the line, but foul. Evens the count at 1-1.
See the fans throwing their hands down. I don't think they realize how hard that ball was hit. These are the quick hands we were talking about before. This girl right here, Victoria Malanga, she can hit the ball hard. You know, you're walking Eileen Purcell to get on base, to get past her, but this is a bat that can hit the ball hard too.
Foul down the first base side. The count now 1-2. I'll say this for Fiorenzo. After giving up 4 runs in the first 2 innings, she's basically taken over the game.
Yes, she has. She has found her composure. She has found her pitches, and she's moving the ball well inside, outside, upside down. She's throwing drops, drop curves, screwballs inside, and a changeup, as you see right there.
1-2 to third. Cantone across the stretch, and they're going to say that she's safe, but the runner moved off of third, and the tag is made. Another unbelievably awkward end to an inning.
That was an unusual play right there. Purcell thought that the runner was out, and she was actually safe and was called out for being out of the baseline.
Purcell headed into the dugout, the throw back across. There'll be a discussion. We'll talk about it when we come back. We've played 9. Why not play 10? It's game time on MSG Varsity. You've got to be a student of the rule book to figure some of the things that we see on Game Time during the course of some of our broadcasts. What we just saw at the end part of the 9th inning was a runner abandoning the base. You see it in your frame. Purcell was on her way into the dugout. She thought Malanga was called out. She was called safe. And then the out shortly coming after that. This is the tail end of the play. Is Purcell trying to hustle back to the base? I don't know that it would have mattered if she got back there at all anyway, because she had already basically run into the dugout. So it goes as another double play to end an inning. And now we move into the top of the 10th inning, and this is where things get pretty interesting, as from here on out, all of the innings will start with a runner at second base. It's the last recorded out for Paramus. That will mean that Stephanie Wong will be at second.
That's correct. This is the international tiebreaker rule. And what that means is the runner, in fact, that was an incredibly heads-up play right there by Wong. The third baseman was up in on the bunt and didn't come back to cover. And I go back to international tiebreaker. Well, after 10 innings, a runner who is the last recorded out of the last inning is placed on second base. And this is done then for every subsequent inning.
Here's Hodgins squaring around. Here comes the run. The play at the plate. Wong is tagged out. The squeeze was on, and it was played beautifully by Nutley. Give a lot of credit to Williams coming in from first. Malanga hanging in there to make the tag. Wong did the best she could to get around it. Here's a peek at it.
That was a nice heads-up play. Hodgins lays down a nice bunt, but Williams is running up the line, and Malanga, who's having an outstanding game, reaches and tags Wong on the leg.
The out goes 3-2. Moving to second is Hodgins, as Fiorenzo put one in play right at Luzzy. She couldn't handle it. So now 2 aboard for Paramus.
That was a hard hit ball right there by Fiorenzo. She just looks like it ricocheted off of Luzzy's leg or foot, and she couldn't find it. Neither her nor Purcell could find the ball, and it allowed Hodgins to move up and Fiorenzo to make it safely to first base. Now there's a trouble situation here for Nutley.
Towie still throwing for Nutley. Runners at first and second. Megan Gigliotti has come into the game as a courtesy runner for Fiorenzo, the pitcher. Hodgins at second. It is Gigliotti at first. And Alyssa Miranda, the designated player, at the plate. Rip this one. Boy, she does have quick hands, doesn't she?
Quick hands and power. She knocked one to the track early in the game. This is a girl who, after having labrum surgery early this year, still has the ability to get her hands around so quickly in the box. This is talent and power right here.
One down. Hit hard again.
Knocked over all the bats in the dugout. Bing.
1-2 for Towie.
She is anxious to hit this ball. What she needs to do right here is just sit back and relax and do what she does best.
Pitches up high. Got a piece of the riser to stay alive. 1-2. What do you throw here if you're the pitcher?
1-2. She's way ahead of it. I would first try an outside curveball, and then if that doesn't work, change up. Because she's fouled off the changeup twice already, and she's fouled off the riser.
1-2.
Instead, she went with the riser again.
Chin music, 2-2. One down. Runners at first and second. This is the top of the 10th inning. 4-4 Paramus and Nutley. Hodgins at second. Gigliotti at first. Swung on and missed, but down in the dirt. Runners trying to advance. The batter is out.
That's an incredibly heads-up play by the runners. What happened is Miranda gave the illusion that she was running to first base. She's out because the bases are occupied, but both runners, Hodgins and Fiorenzo, can move up to second and third. That's why you see them there at this point. Now first base is open. However, Miranda is out.
Hodgins now at third and Gigliotti at second. Here's Courtney Ciro. Down low, 1-0.
Malanga has to be very, very careful right here. She has let a few go through her legs today, but now you have the winning or potentially go-ahead run down at third base. She has got to keep that ball in front of her.
Here's the 1-0. Swung out on the riser, 1-1. Seen all kinds of not everyday plays in this game today.
3 of them, 4 of them.
Strange
a
outs,
lot of them.
strange ways for innings to come to a close. A runner heading into the dugout when they thought an inning was over. Post game, we'll do our rule book portion of the broadcast.
We may need to. These are things I've never seen in 25 years of playing softball.
1-2 with 2 outs and 2 aboard. Towie a pitch away. And getting the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the 10th. We will go to the bottom of the 10th. 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup coming up for Nutley. They will start with a runner at second and base. We're in international rules on MSG Varsity.